good morning. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV, not just another channel. As usual, we have so much lined up for you, trying to just recap on what happened during the course of the week. For those of you that might have been busy during the course of the week, this is the program for you where we'll be able to update you on the recent happenings. As you may be aware, we only have 5 days left till Zambia goes to the polls and decides who exactly will take office. Perhaps maybe inauguration. I'm already foreseeing maybe the 15th, the 14th. Well, we don't know, but as far as we are concerned, we know that on the 12th of August, Zambia is heading to the polls. We are voting for our president, our preferred president, parliamentary candidates, mayoral, councillor. Which other one have I left? Yes, so it's a general election. I hope you have your voter's card secured. I always look at my voter's card every now and then just to make sure it's in the right place, just to make sure I haven't forgotten where exactly I put it, because I'm looking forward to voting, I think for the third time. Yes, I'm looking forward to voting for the third time. Fingers crossed, whoever I'm voting for takes the day. And I'm sure you too are excited. Well, today, unfortunately, I am alone in the studio. My co-host, Precious Muzea Sakaleji, is unwell, and I will be driving you throughout the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. My name is Liseli Kanyanga Mubanga. Well, quite a lot has been happening during the course of the week. We have seen, as usual, which should not be a norm in my opinion, some selected parts of the country that are still seeing some forms of violence. We have seen quite a number of issues that we'll be getting into during the course of this program. But for now, get your gear on. It's that time where we get to stretch our muscles with the morning boost. The question before we get into that we are asking you today is, are you ready to vote? At this moment in time, have you decided which candidate you are voting for? Are you ready to vote in the 2021 general elections? And maybe just a side note on the side, do you think so far that these elections are credible according to your own opinion? Because the credibility of an election, as far as I'm concerned, comes prior and also after the general elections. So now that we are 5 days before we actually cast our votes, do you think that this election, from the time the campaigns were launched on the 12th of May till date, are credible as it is? Your opinions are very much welcome. Remember to like our Facebook page, that's Camnet TV on Facebook. And also I'll be able to read some of your comments. So please watch us live if you're not watching us on TV or whichever medium, but comment on our Facebook page if you have any questions or whatever. We also have during, as the show goes on, we have an author. I have her book right here and we'll be getting into it. The book is quite interesting. It's called Roots and it's by Mono Chungu, who will be joining us a little later on the program. But for now, let's get into the morning boost.
It's a beautiful morning and I welcome you to Morning Boost. I'm so glad that you've tuned in and hope you had a great night. So let's do some workouts this morning and we're going to have a great time. So we're going to start with a warm-up and then make some aerobics movements for today. Okay, ready? Let's go. A beautiful morning to everybody and welcome to Morning Boost. Let's go. Go. And the V step now. Let's go. Last V step. Back to step touch. V step. Let's go. Let's go. And marching. And 4, 3, 2, step touch, go. Bring in your hands now. Let's go. Let's go. Just a quick workout in the morning. Not a full-fledged workout, no. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, hamstring, go. 4, 3, 2, step touch. Four, 3, 2, and hamstring. And 4, 3, 2, step touch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. Stay at it. Go. Easy basic workouts for the morning. And marching. Skip, jump now. Go. Let's go. Skip. Try this. Even if you feel heavy in your body, you can do this. Let's go. There's always a first time. You may struggle, but it's doable. Let's go. And 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Change now. Let's go. Very easy for a morning workout. Lift your knee very high. Go. Let's go. Stay at it. Stay at it. We're going to bring in a kick now from a knee high to a kick. Go. Go. Let's go. Let there be a blood circulation on your legs so that you don't have that numbness you feel at times. Kick. 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 Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Straight kicks now. Go. Straight kicks. Go in the sides. Okay, keep going. Almost done with our 5 minutes workout. Knee high. Try this every morning. It's gonna do wonders to your body. Let's go, we're almost there. All right, team. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is Isaac Matza, your presenter. I'm gonna see you next time at the same time, and have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.
Well, that was morning boost for you. I hope you got those muscles stretching and you exercised. I need to get on a workout plan myself. I think I want to actually gain just a little bit more weight. Just a little bit, even though, you know, when I do mention the fact that I want to gain just a little bit more weight, people say that's amazing. Most people actually want to lose weight. For now, we just get into a short break before the conference.
The Bible says, I knew you before I placed you in your mother's womb. Apples and bananas.
Work and wait, and this what you've been praying for. 2021 has been described as a highly politically charged year. This is because every 5 years the country goes to the polls, and that 5 years elapses with only a few months remaining down to the ballot. The battlefield to appear on the ballot is becoming fertile. A lot of people are expressing interest of appearing on the ballot.
In all this, our interest is to put the duty bearers, the leaders, and those aspiring to task by asking the relevant questions.
If you're an aspiring candidate, be it councillor, mayor, or member of parliament, get in touch with us to get yourself on the verdict.
We go beyond speculation in dealing with policy and governance issues. The right questions are asked to help you make a verdict.
For more details, you can call us on 0962 965883, 0979 753010, or email us info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us on Camnet TV
every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 17:45 hours
on a new program dubbed The Verdicts.
Remember that Camnet TV is not just another channel.
You're watching a live breakfast of the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV, not just another channel. The question that we are asking you today is, are you ready to vote? Have you decided which candidates you are choosing, you are selecting to lead us for the next 5 years? Remember, it may just be one vote, but together, when we turn up in multitudes, when we turn up in numbers on the 12th of August, I'm making sure that my alarm clock is set for like 04 hours so that I'm literally at the polling station by maybe even 05:45 or something, because I know they'll be opening a little bit later at 6. I just want to get a head start, cast my vote, remove my acrylic nails. Remember, ladies, you need to remove your nail polish, your acrylic nails, whatever it is that you stick on, whatever it is, your gel, you have to remove it in order for you to be eligible to vote, because remember, they mark you so that you don't get to vote twice. So are you ready to vote in this general elections? Have you decided which candidates you are casting your vote for, be it mayoral, at councillor level, at presidential level, or at parliamentary level? Do you actually even know who's standing in your constituency? Do you even know the constituency that you belong to? It's funny that, you know, when I get to ask a couple of people who's standing on whichever ticket or who they're actually voting for, be it at mayoral level or at councillor level, you'll be amazed to note that people actually don't know the candidates. They just know a political party that they are voting for. And I always say on this platform, it's It's unfortunate that we haven't gotten to a level, according to the people that I have gotten an opportunity to interact with, we haven't yet gotten to a level as a country where you can spread out your votes. Maybe, for instance, I like at mayoral level, I prefer a certain candidate or an independent candidate, and then maybe at presidential level, I have my party of choice, which is different from my parliamentary choice, because I believe in the candidate and what they have to offer. Maybe it's because we haven't yet, we haven't taken time to find out these people, who these people are and what they have to bring to the table. I'd like to see a Zambia where we can spread out our votes based not only on the party, because no, I'm NAREP, no, I'm MMD, or no, I'm PF, I'm UPND. So therefore, if it means crossing, I'm just going to cross based on, you know, whichever a party that I wish. It shouldn't be the case. I believe it should be about, is a person able to deliver? Because I've discovered that I may have liking for a certain presidential candidate and may not have liking for the parliamentary candidate that's standing on that ticket. So definitely, I am taking my vote to someone else. And I think we should be able to vote like that, so that even in parliament now, we should have diversity. We should have diversity. I think that's the only time that we will get to a level where we become tolerant. We become tolerant of the divergent views that people have to offer, because it's this same intolerance that has brought about a lot of strife, that has brought about a lot of conflict that we have seen growing to escalating levels. And you may be aware that also during the course of the week, and is it last week also, the president gave a directive to the army to help bring back sanity on the streets of Lusaka, on the streets of Zambia, because the violence that we were seeing was really unfortunate. And I think so far so good. The army is doing its job. The army is definitely doing its job in trying to curb political violence. Because, you know, it's different. It's really different. When I see a policeman and when I see an army officer, I think the feelings that I get towards them are totally different. And I think maybe that's why the president actually decided to unleash the army. And it's not to scare people. It's not to, you know, bring fear or whatever. The army are on the streets of Lusaka to actually help curb the violence that we have been seeing. And also, I don't know, I have my own personal feelings concerning this. I don't know about you, and I would like you to comment on our Facebook page or call us on the numbers that are scrolling down your screen for your contribution. Government mentioned on Monday that the reopening of schools would be on the 5th, today is the 7th, on the 5th of August, which was, in my opinion, I didn't expect it. Most people didn't expect it. So those are 4 examination classes. That's grade 7, grade 9, and grade 12. Government mentioned on Monday through its permanent secretary for information, Mr. Amos Malupenga, that schools will open on the 5th of August. How do you, as a parent, as a guardian, as a person that sponsors somebody in school, how do you feel? How has this affected your budget for the month of August? Because I'm sure most people made their August budgets in July. So to have someone tell you that you have to take your child to school, you have to pay the school fees. If it's boarding schools, you need to, you know, get... I've never been in boarding school. I wish I had an opportunity to go to boarding school. But I've seen people who are in boarding school, those trunks, you need to fill them up with food. Yeah, so anyway, let's get into that piece, and do call us on the other side, and let's have your opinion concerning this matter and the matters arising after this.
It is exactly 47 days after government, through Secretary to the Cabinet Dr. Simon Miti, announced the closure of schools due to the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases and deaths in the country. With pupils academically behind by 47 days, government has set Thursday, 5th August 2021 as the date for the reopening of schools. Speaking at a media briefing in Lusaka Monday, Ministry of Information Permanent Secretary Amos Malupenga says the decision to open the selected classes will enable examination classes to adequately prepare for their final examinations.
Grades 9, 10, 11 and 12 in boarding schools. Day secondary schools, grades 9, 11 and 12. Primary schools, grade 7s will open by Thursday, 5th August 2021.
While colleges and universities have been advised to continue with the online lectures for the next 21 days, Mr. Malupenga says the opening of the remaining classes will be based on the inspection and certification by the Ministry of General Education and Health in conjunction with the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit (DMMU) and depending on the evaluation of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country.
You can see the President applauds the universities, colleges and other institutions of higher learning for embracing technology and ensuring continuity in learning this far. Universities, colleges and other institutions of higher learning will continue with online classes for the next 21 days.
And Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Vice President, Stephen Mwansa, says government will provide foodstuffs to all boarding schools.
All boarding schools will be supported with food supplies to minimize pressure on their capacities and indirectly support families that may be challenged and have pupils or children in these schools. All schools will be assisted with face masks and hand sanitizers.
The ministry has since assured that the reopening of schools will not affect the conducting of the general elections on 12th August 2021.
Voting won't take place in dormitories. It will take place, the classrooms will be used for that exercise. While the boys and girls, if it is a boarding school, they will remain in the dormitories while doing one or two things in terms of studying and making up on their lost work. While the parents will get engaged in voting. What about the teachers? Those who are polling agents doing ABC. It's just a day's work. They'll go out and do the work and come back.
Prudence Chota reporting for Camnet TV News.
Hello.
Schools reopening on the 5th of August, which was the day before yesterday. Are you as a guardian, are you as a parent or a person that just sponsors school-going children, are you ready? Schools have opened. Are you ready? Do you have the financial muscle to be able to take back your children into school? We have a caller on the line. Please let us know where you are calling us from and your name.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. You're through to the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on Camnet TV. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yes, madam.
Yes, Vash Precious. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Number one, ni pesha na wengi anje kuya mkubota. And no kuishiwa makamaka kuma kanisa ni ishiwa kanisa lao ni kuye na sana. Na kuli MP ni ishiwa kuye na sana. Na president ni ishiwa kuye na sana. Yeah. Kuli kanisa kwa mwishiwire weno. Mno utakire waji. Kwa bonsa makansela b'emirire n'intandala beena n'inshwa na manifesto yabo lero n'insalako ekironga ino kirimo ekyo nde sapota lero njimire pa kironga ngwete kironga ino kimbi lero nde sapota wa pa kironga ino kimbi koze ni mbono kwa pa kironga ino kimbi pa kironga ino kyo nde sapota tapali kansela wa kwa tagombera kutakia waji that's why ndiri pa kironga ino kimbi kyo nde sapota n'omukulu tatwesala apasi n'esala dijja atema omuntu okwete vision ungabombera butakire wa uyo muntu ushakeze muri kapasita ya my election yo. That's why ndesa muntu ACP uyole itwa iya ni mulaku mutakire waje
te platform ya kuchita advertise omle voting na kunje bafe ati okay, I'm sorted and whatnot. But ni mikwatira question, do you think that opo ama campaigns yayambira and in the next 5 days the campaigns have been handled well?
Yes, the campaign is you know. The more violence you also okay for somewhere when the violence you also PFO and the yes, the Baritas campaign will go Makamaka to do in the Fibuino, then she got on the book that President Lungu, naturally, they are a soldier, Mumushu, Pamanamaka Popola. But if Shanana never told the Apakaram, then you know what Barichi of Pinochero. Because that time you are gassing about the soldier, I want to get a point for gassing and then you to Alopia, the Kashanova. So, President Lungu, Apana, Wabomba, Kuchila, Namadi, Kabadi, Wangu, the Swansea, then Chimbi, what's I want to Vareka Vidasana Sana. I'm a politician, so, Eso Vanilla, but today, made a copy of the board and in my 03, 04, Kaisa police station, I went to Makamaka was a clear now I had the better to stay with more children. What I said, I said, the question not to pick up from a police station.
I'm quite more Puirikisha.
Yeah, we accept we want to have one to go back 10 years. Yes, you want to feel like it's one that we back to you that was what that was.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution, Vash Precious. Well, the number that you are getting us on is 0968675273 and 0973167840. Those are the numbers that you are calling us on for your contribution. In the clip that we just watched before Vash Precious code, was government announcing on Monday that schools would be opened on the 5th of August, which was the day before yesterday. And my question concerning that particular clip for you is, are you prepared? Were you prepared as a parent, as a guardian, as a person that pays school fees for school-going children in grade 9, in grade 7, and in grade 12? Are you prepared? And what do you think about that decision by government? Well, Abash Precious also mentioned one thing, and he applauded the president for actually making an order that the military should be on the streets of the country, especially in places that have recorded violence. Violence is something that we always talk against on this platform, because at the end of the day, it's not these top leaders that you see actually exchanging blows. It's us people at the grassroots level. And you know, it's unfortunate that we have actually even reached a point where we have recorded death in this country as a result of political violence. Not too long ago, 2 Patriotic Front cadres were killed by as a result of political violence. We have another caller on the line. Your name and where you're calling us from. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Oh, my name I'm Joe Aude. I'm to Kanyama.
Please go ahead with your contribution, sir.
Oh, my competition is our voting.
Please, feel free.
Barima voti after minute dinar Morino year 2021. It's Chamedi Pemamo Kipemamo Japem Muakalinaise, the boss of Bata President. Pamene Apachapa President, si Mutive now, this is Muzapinari. Kodo Vichandani, I can't say Mungu, atipate monga mwene anatipashira mayere asala kumbuyo ziko muvambiri.
Thank you so much for your contribution. We really appreciate. The number that you were getting us on is 0968 675-273 and 0973167840. Please feel free to go ahead with your contribution. Some of the messages that we are receiving on our Facebook page, if you haven't yet liked our Facebook page, please go ahead and look for Camnet TV on Facebook, and you will find that we are actually streaming live the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. So go ahead with your contribution and I will be able to read it out right here on the show. We have Stephen Chiyaba from Mazabuka. He says, good morning, madam. I'm watching you from Mazabuka. We have Stongwa, who says wrong timing of the reopening of schools. Sorry, that's Joy, who says wrong timing of reopening of schools. Then Stonga says we are not ready. ECZ needs to educate people on how the citizens will be voting, including the date stamps or no date stamps behind the papers. So what this person is actually calling for is enough sensitization concerning how votes should be conducted, how voting should be conducted. I think he has a valid point in the sense that we have a lot of first-time voters this year around, especially that the register was changed, and we saw a lot of youth coming out and turning up in numbers to get registered as voters. And for first-time voters, I think it's very important, even in these 5 days that are remaining till the 12th of August, that ECZ, that stakeholders, CSOs who need to educate, need to come on board and educate the masses on how voting is conducted, how one should handle the voting process, because we can't take for granted that each and every person knows how voting should be conducted, where if they're supposed to mark or they're supposed to cross. Those are the things that are little, but at the end of the day, they may cost us, because any wrong mistake, anything that is wrong on the ballot paper will be considered as a spoiled ballot. We have another caller on the line. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, this is Evans calling.
Please, Mr. Evans, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you.
Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah.
Are you ready to vote? No problem. We understand all languages.
All right. This year we are about the 5 people that are want to live around. By those, the Moricon Kabai, the monarchic Jack Movana, by people moon 5 people. So this year we are not voting about the 5 people.
Thank you so much for your contribution. We really appreciate. And remember, the views expressed on this program by our callers are not the views of Camnet TV, but the views of the callers. The number that you are getting us on is 0968-675-273. Please go ahead and make your contributions. I had mentioned earlier that we have a guest in the studio who will be joining us just a little bit soon, or maybe we take a break and we can have our guest. So we have an author who will be joining us in the studio, who published a book called Roots, a literary piece about the roots of our national motto, One Zambia, One Nation, and the roots that we have taken as perceived by a tribal Zambian author. So we'll be getting into the nitty-gritty details of this book. We take a break to join us on the other side.
2021 has been described as a highly politically charged year. This is because every 5 years the country goes to the polls, and that 5 years elapses with only a few months remaining down to the ballot. The battlefield to appear on the ballot is becoming fertile. A lot of people are expressing interest of appearing on the ballot.
In all this, our interest is to put the duty bearers, the leaders, and those aspiring to task by asking the relevant questions.
If you're an aspiring candidate, be it councillor, mayor, or member of parliament, get in touch with us to get yourself on the verdict.
We go beyond speculation in dealing with policy and governance issues. The right questions are asked to help you make a verdict.
For more details, you can call us on 0962 965883, 0979 753010, or email us info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us on Camnet TV
every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 17:45 hours
on a new program dubbed The Verdict.
Remember that Camnet TV is not just another channel.
Are you a small to medium enterprise looking to advertise your products and services within your community and across Zambia? In these economic times, we are here to help you grow your business. Advertise with us on Camnet Market. Camnet Market is offering lower rates for prime time advertising between 06 to 18 hours every day to give your business an edge under the new normal and beyond. For more details, contact us on the following numbers: 097 975 3010 or 096 296 5883, as well as 096 244 726. You can also reach us via email on info@camnettvafrica.com. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
You're watching a live broadcast of the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV, not just another channel. I had mentioned earlier that I will be joined by a guest who happens to be an author. Her name is Mono Chungu, and she published a book called Roots. So I found this book quite interesting because I think it's a timely book. I'm yet to find out when exactly it was published, but I think it's timely considering everything that has been happening in the country so far. So good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
It's good to have you on the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show.
It's good to be here.
First things first, tell us just a little bit about your book. What is your book about? It has quite an interesting picture. I can see a tree, I can see an eagle, I can see the Zambian colors, and even just the title itself, Roots. Mm-hmm. What is it about?
Well, so Roots is it's a book that's about, it's an anti-tribalism autobiography to start with, but really it's a book that aims to encourage Zambians to embrace our national motto, One Zambia, One Nation. So the name and the cover of it, really, Roots is talking about Zambia's roots, as in when we gained independence in 1964, and the roots that we have taken since. So it's a play on words. Roots as in Miju, as in the roots of a tree, and the roots as in the roads that we have taken since 1964.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at the cover and I can see roots, literal roots of a tree, but then I can see a path. Yes. I think this is quite clever of you to have put it this way. What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I'm very passionate about anti-tribalism, especially because of my name, Mono Chungu. When people hear my name, they automatically assume that I'm Tonga, which they rightly should. But sometimes I get a bit of mixed reactions when people find out that I'm actually Bemba. So because of my tribal diversity and the tribal diversity surrounding my name, I have a few experiences with tribalism. So my goal was to challenge tribalists to think outside of the stereotypes that they have grown up thinking about. So I really just wrote the book because I wanted to dissuade people from being tribalists and embrace being more Zambian and think of being Zambian before thinking, oh, I'm Bemba, oh, I'm Lovale, oh, I'm Namwanga, and so on and so forth.
So I've just learned right now, because I kept on reading your name saying Mono Chungu, but then I wasn't too sure which one was which. I wasn't too sure which one was the last name and which one was the first name, but you have rightly put it that you are Bemba, so the Chungu is your last name in Mono. So this leads me to my next question. How has it been? Because I'm going to assume that perhaps maybe you took the name Mono from your mother?
Yes.
Yes, and the Chungu, of course, is your patrilineal name. How has it been growing up in a mixed home in Courts?
It's been great. I don't think I had any different experience from anyone else. I actually dedicated my book to my parents because they did not emphasize in the home that, oh, me, I'm Tonga, me, I'm Bemba. It was just unity. And because I've grown up with that tribal diversity, I wanted other Zambians to also experience it rather than focusing on our differences. So it was just normal for me. I didn't see any difference. The problem came in when I went outside of the home, and now you have people on the bus, in the hospital, questioning your name, giving you side eyes because of your name and things like that. But otherwise, within the home, everything was just normal.
Wow. Yeah. And you know, we always mention on this platform that there are many people who are just like you. And I think many people like you actually make the majority of the population. And recently, we have seen a lot of, I think it's died down a little bit, but not too long ago, we saw these tribal remarks in mainstream media and social media being escalated. How did that make you feel, especially that you're a young person who's passionate about you said what? Anti-tribalism. Yes, anti-tribalism. So how did that make you feel, knowing that these things are being talked about and they're gaining so much prominence?
Well, it's something I've grown up with. That's why I even wrote this book. It's not something I've started experiencing now. So even when it's happening now, it's something I'm used to. In my book, I actually say that during election time is when all the tribalist comments come out to play. So it's common. Because of the tribal diversity among politicians themselves, you see politicians saying, no, you can't vote for that person because they belong to that tribe. You can't vote for that person because this and that. And then there's all the stereotypes within. No, these people are like that. These people are like that. So for me, it's something I'm used to. But I'm so glad that this book is finally here to challenge people's thinking. Just I present myself as a bi-tribal person. I'm Bemba and I'm Tonga. There are stereotypes about Bemba people and stereotypes about Tonga people. But we're not monolithic beings, and that's what I say in my book. We're all different. There's no way I can behave exactly the same way as someone else in my village. So even in the book, I present myself and my brother. Same parents, same tribal background, same blood group, but we have different experiences, you know. So I'm glad that this book is actually challenging those stereotypes and challenging people to think outside of the stereotypes that they're used to.
What would you tell a person that's just stuck up on the fact that they really put tribe ahead of everything, whether they're a boss in an institution or whether, you know, I've met some people, surprisingly, who would actually prefer even house helps to be a certain tribe because they say, oh no, when this tribe stays longer, they are more loyal. You know, I've heard such remarks, and at the end of the day, you know, it's shocking. What would you tell a person like that who's just stuck up on tribe? In everything that they do, they really put tribe ahead of everything.
I think a person like that, really, my advice to you is to stop thinking like that because you're limiting yourself. Nelson Mandela said that, actually not Nelson Mandela, it's a South African proverb that says, ukuhamba kukubona, which means those who travel see things, or traveling is the window to the world. And you don't only travel physically, even within cultures. In Zambia, we have 73 tribes, we have 10 provinces. If you're a person from Northern Province, go to Western Province if you've never been. engage with the people there, learn more about their culture. That will open your mind to the world and will stop you from thinking in a boxed way. So my advice would be, get rid of those stereotypes. I've never heard that before. That's interesting. The one about the maids.
Yes, I actually read it on social media.
Yeah.
I think someone was requesting to say, what can I do? I've really been struggling with having someone that would stay longer and whatever. Maids come in and go out. I'm with her 6 months. Down the line, she, you know, such issues.
Yeah.
And then I read one of the comments and someone said, I think you should consider getting from this tribe. I think they're more loyal. I've had mine for a long period of time. And I'm like,
funny.
what?
Yeah. That's funny.
I was upset. I was outraged. And I'm like, this shouldn't even be a factor. This shouldn't even be a determinant to say, okay, fine, we will get from this tribe or whatever. I have sisters. I have sisters whose mother is Bemba, and we share the same father who is Lozi. So how can I hate my own blood? How can I hate my own blood? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, so maybe I'm going to give you an opportunity. I know this is very random, but perhaps you can just read out, maybe even just a mini paragraph of your book, like your favorite part or something.
Okay, no, my favorite part I don't think will sell the book, because in my favorite part I'm talking about the beauty of Zambia. But that's just an introduction, because the first chapter, which is called My Country, is a praise song for my country. So where should I read from? Okay, I'll read about my name. Okay, I frequently am asked, what does mono mean? Okay, no, let me not start from there. Sorry.
It's okay.
Where can I start? Okay, definitely. I'll read from page 24. So my first and last names are always attention grippers. When the name Mono enters through some people's ears, they immediately assume that I am Tonga, which they rightly should. The problem comes in when I can register the shift in their heads and the rise in one of their eyebrows before they slowly move their eyes from my head to my toes and then back up before their curious eyes stop at my hand. It's almost as if they're imagining a cup of mabisi clenched in my palm. With their eyes still fixed on my hand, I begin to imagine the following satirical lyrics in their minds as they begin to run through the options of my potential surname. I can't sing the song, but that's Hatioga, Hamonga, Havenzu, Hangombe. Tonga they rhyme with Gonga. Basically, I just say that they assume I'm Tonga. These lyrics to K-Star's song fit with my first name in the mind of a tribally biased individual. The confusion comes in when they hear my surname. Their faces quickly shift from my hand to my eyes, and then the relaxed eyebrow joins its counterpart in rising with utter shock. Then after juggling my name with squinted eyes saying, Mono Chungu, Chungu Mono, the question follows, Mono Chungu, how? As I take a deep breath in preparation to answer this question that I have answered only about 1,000 times, my heart fills with pride as I love to speak about my tribal ethnicity and hybridity. And then I just talk about my brother and how my brother, you know, is Chanda Chungu. His name fits perfectly in the mind of a tribalist. So I just talk about how we have those different experiences, which I just shared with you now.
Wow.
Yes.
Quite interesting. I'm looking forward to actually reading this book in depth. It's quite interesting. And I think you share the views of many. And perhaps we have not had an opportunity to highlight a number of the good experiences and how people feel about, because I think it's a privilege, it's an honor to grow up in a home with so much diversity.
It is.
Because that way you are given an opportunity to be able to interact without struggle. You can fit in anywhere. And I think would you want to marry from the opposite, or you are also just stuck on?
You know, I don't know what God's will is going to be, but I want to marry someone who's not Bemba or Tonga,
so that you can explore and have an experience.
No, I'm joking. I really don't mind with tribes. I really don't mind if I marry a Bemba. What I do want though is, like I've said, I love my book. I love my name. I have a whole chapter dedicated to my name, and in that chapter I talk about my tribal hybridity. So even when I do get married, I would like to keep my middle name, my maiden name then, Chungu. so that people can see the hybridity. So as is, my name is Mono Namwizie Chungu. But when I get married, I would like to still keep the Chungu so that people can, you know, identify, oh, this tribally diverse person, regardless, even if it's someone who's Bemba or someone who's Tonga, someone who's Luvale, it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm not particular, but it would be nice to have people still questioning, Manzina, so
that can be very interesting.
Yeah.
Lastly, should the youth be interested in issues to do with embracing their culture, embracing who they are, and really exploring? Because it goes past the name. I don't know if you're able to speak your mother tongue or your patrilineal tongue. We always say mother tongue, but you know what I'm referring to, yes. You know, we are seeing a generation that is just stuck up on the Western world. So what would your advice be to the youth in regards to them really embracing who they are and where they come from?
So I'll answer your question first. I don't speak my mother tongue nor my tribe fluently. However, I do understand them and I can speak. You can have a conversation with me, but it will be in broken Tonga, broken Bemba. But I definitely think that we should. The thing is that our grandparents and our parents, when they die, the people who actually know the tribe, if we don't know the language, then it's going to die with them, meaning our languages will then become dead. So I definitely think we should embrace our tribes, but also with the youth. When it comes to the youth, I definitely think we should be embracing our culture more. I mean, who could be better at embracing their own culture than ourselves? So if we focus more on Western culture, we're really just uplifting someone else's culture and sort of shining our own. So definitely, for me, it's something that I love to do, and I think I became more into that when I was a transnational, when I used to live in South Africa. I was wearing more chitenge and all of that because I want people to ask me, where do you come from? And I want to be able to say, I come from Zambia, and tell them about Zambia and tell them about how great it is. So definitely, I do see a lot of people in my age group. I don't know, maybe they don't embrace being Zambian that much. I understand maybe we're a few of us. I get that quite a lot. The other day I posted on my Instagram saying that, you know, I posted a picture of me graduating and saying when I graduated, I dedicated my degree to Zambia, and I also shared a video of me walking down as I was going to get, you know, I don't know what it's called, like knighting or whatever. Yes. I was waving the flag, and I actually got a comment in my comments saying, what a waste of a dedication.
Wow.
So
was that from Zambia?
Yes. So I do know that there's a lot of things that go on in Zambia that dissuade my generation from loving Zambia. But if there's something we don't like, we need to challenge it. We need to take the bull by the horn and shake it. And that's what I do with Roots. I don't like tribalism. That's why I wrote the book, to dissuade people from engaging with it. So definitely, we need to embrace our culture a little bit more, not a little, a lot more. And you know, it's us, it's in our hands. My last chapter in the book is called My Generation Will Make a Change. And I really can't wait to see the great things that my generation is going to do. So I definitely would encourage the youth to be more eager about, you know, Zambia is ours. We are the ones who have to make it better if we think it's not good.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mono Chungu, an author who published... Is this your first book, by the way?
Yes.
Are we looking forward to... Yes. Should we look forward to many more other books?
Yes, you should.
Well, that was Mono Chungu, the author of a book called Roots. I do urge you to make time, have an opportunity. How do they get this book, by the way?
So I have all the copies. If you'd like a copy, you can reach me on Instagram at Mutolankani, or if you type Mono Chungu, I will pop up. You can reach me on Facebook as well at Mono Chungu, or on my page Mono Namwizie Chungu, or you can reach me on LinkedIn at Mono Chungu.
Thank you so much, Mono Chungu, for making time to be with us on the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. For now, we take a break, but do join us as we still have more interesting things lined up for you, and the phone lines will be opened soon after. The numbers that you will be able to get us on are 0968 675273 and 0973167840. We take a break.
Camnet TV has over the years become one of the most reliable sources of information due to its unbiased, balanced and factual reportage. This time around, we bring to you real-time information with regards to election updates.
What exactly is happening there?
The August 12 general elections are among the tightly contested polls in Zambia, and they come at a time when the country is equally facing the COVID-19 pandemic.
Join us for the pre-election and post-election updates with reporters on the ground as I bring to you real-time updates.
Everything starts with the community and eventually ends with the community.
Ensure that you exercise your right by voting for leaders of your choice at local, parliamentary and presidential level.
When the elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers.
Whatever updates you need with regards to election, trust Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Africa is rising to a new dawn of integrity and accountability. Are you tired of being swindled or buying fake or illegal properties? Would you like to sell or buy genuine property? Would you like to list your property on both local and international market? Don't waste your time. Call the professionals, the SGK Properties on +260 762 166 018. SGK Properties. Your business assurance is our priority.
Zambia has embarked on an economic journey for individual financial emancipation, empowering its citizens through land acquisition and developing the nation through agriculture. This time, Zambians are coming together, taking it upon themselves with the help of government to develop this great nation by taking individual responsibility and ownership of this great nation. The economic revolution has started. There are thousands of Zambians with a can-do mindset who are resolute, unstoppable, full of confidence and conviction that Zambia's set time of favor for development is now. Don't be left out. This could be the time you have been waiting for. Camnet Television, in conjunction with the United Agrivision Consultancy Limited, will be hosting a national conference on becoming a millionaire through agriculture. Date 1st October and 2nd October 2021. Charges 750 kwacha per person per day, that includes lunch. A limited number of participants through Zoom have also been reserved. You can also be part of the conference from the comfort of your home by registering online via Zoom, joining the people who were born for greatness. Charges for participation via Zoom are only 300 kwacha per person. Time 0730 hours to 17 hours. Registration and confirmation of attendance will take place on the 29th of September 2021. Time 14 hours to 17 hours. Venue the Healing Word Ministries International, the home of Camnet Television in Apex Hill, Kabulonga Road, Lusaka.
2021 has been described as a highly politically charged year. This is because every 5 years the country goes to the polls, and that 5 years elapses with only a few months remaining down to the ballot. The battlefield to appear on the ballot is becoming fertile. A lot of people are expressing interest of appearing on the ballot.
In all this, our interest is to put the duty bearers, the leaders and those aspiring to task by asking the relevant questions.
If you're an aspiring candidate, be it councillor, mayor or member of parliament, get in touch with us to get yourself on the verdict.
We go beyond speculation in dealing with policy and governance issues. The right questions are asked to help you make a verdict.
For more details, you can call us on 0962 965883, 0979 753010, or email us info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us on Camnet TV
every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday at 17:45 hours
on a new program, dubbed The Verdict.
Remember that Camnet TV is not just another channel.
You're watching a live broadcast of the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV. Joining me in the studio, like I had earlier mentioned, is Namwezi Namwenga, who is, which category do I put you? Because there's so much attached to your name. And I think just having a conversation with you, the young people should be inspired, because I don't think we have many people to look up to. They are there, but I think we need more young people in this industry that people can actually look up to. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I like to describe myself as phenomenal because it comes with a lot of components and characteristics under one person. So my name is Namwezi Namwenga. Professionally, I'm a lawyer, and I'm also a business person. I run a magazine, a print and digital, which is called The Movement Magazine. I have been in this business for 3 years. Then we've released 10 issues to its name. It has 6 awards, and I was recently topped as top 30 under 30.
Wow, that's quite an achievement.
Yes.
And I think the young people should, if you are young, please pay attention to this interview, because I think you can learn something, you can get some inspiration. So how did you go about, because you said this is your 10th edition of this magazine. What inspired you to actually start?
For me, it's self-inspiration, because like when you want to start a business or you want to do anything in life, you need to look at the lacunas, the gaps that are missing in our country, which I decided to say, okay, I think I've not seen much magazines in Zambia, because growing up we had Zit Kwacha, Kwitu, and these magazines have like died. So currently I don't know, but I don't think there's any magazine in our country. So I decided to start up a magazine through self-inspiration. It's not something that I had to look up to anyone, or it's not something that I had to, I don't know, like attach myself to anything. You just look in the gap of what is missing in our country.
Being a business person, I'm sure you are aware that there are a lot of hurdles, especially when it comes to finances. And someone else might have a vision and they might want to start up something, but in most cases, finances are a challenge. How did you go about even getting to this level where you have 10 issues attached to your name?
Financially, everyone, I think, goes through that hurdle. But for me, it's something that, like, you just sit down with your friend and say, me, I have this idea, so what do we do? A lot like really criticized and said, you know what, you can't manage, just put it aside. Let's focus on school, because I started this when I was in school. Let's just focus on school and this and that. But eventually, it just had to be done. It just had to be done, where you keep saving the little monies that you have until you try to bring out the issue. Because for my first issue, we printed about 50 copies, but now we're printing more than 1,000 copies.
Wow. And how has been the general response?
The response is very positive. Actually, when we started, it was just a once-off thing. So you start a magazine and say, okay, it's done. And then you realize to say it starts getting recognition international and locally. And then people start calling it to say, when is the next issue? When are you going to feature me and stuff? So that's how we keep moving.
How did the award come about?
The award, I don't know how it came about. Me, I was just called to say, I just received an email actually. The first award we got for the magazine was from Nigeria. So we released the magazine somewhere around 2017. And then, surprisingly, you just received an email to say you've been nominated for this and that. And then now you question to say how. People are always watching what you do. So eventually we got recognized for in Nigeria under the Rise and Star category. Then 2017, we got about 3 awards. That's in South Africa, Africa for her. And then locally, we got the Kwacha Media Award. Yeah.
Wow. So what is the goal of this magazine?
Our goal is to reach out to young people, to inspire the next generation of successful youths. Not only that, we envision to build a Watch World Media Institute that brings out professionalism and integrity.
Because I know your background is law. So how did you even go about? I know I'm mumbling the questions because I'm talking to you, and I personally am amazed, because I think, like I mentioned earlier, we need more young people who are setting the tone, who are setting the agenda, so that other people can follow through and have an example to say, I want to be like her when I grow up? A background of law, media, how?
It just happened. I really don't know. It just happened. Because growing up, my dad comes from a media background, but he was never on TV. So for him, it was engineering. He worked for ZNBC, and then my mom on the other side has been a nurse. So I think it's just I don't know, some people would tell me to say maybe it's because of your father, but it was in rare intervals that I'd go to ZNBC, and I was never on TV. Like, I would just go and sit, maybe see what's happening and stuff. But in terms of media, it's just an interest that just came up and said, okay, there's no really... And I don't know, there's not really something that you can point out to say this is what drove this one to do this. Or in picking a business idea, it should not attach to what you're doing. Yes, I'm a lawyer, but I'm doing media things. There's people who are selling things. There are maybe doctors and everything. Are you going to ask them to say, how did this align to that? I understand there will always be those questions that comes with an individual, like meeting their professional life to their entrepreneurial life.
Okay, so what are some of the projects that you are currently working on?
Currently, it's just the magazine. We want to ensure that it's very accessible to everyone around the world. So we're really trying so hard to push this.
I know this is hard copy, but do we have, is there like a specific page, or can a person subscribe so that they can get like monthly, how often is it released again?
It's a quarter publication for print, and then the digital one is monthly.
Okay. So how do people access it?
You can access it. The digital one is online on our website. Then the print is at a store near you.
Okay. So thank you so much, Ms. Namwinka, for making time to be with us on the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. Lastly, I want you to look into your camera and talk to a person who has so many ideas. They want to start something, but they just don't know how to go about it. Or maybe they just need a kick to just get them started. What would you tell that person?
What I would tell everyone who's there sitting, they are debating whether to do it or not, just go for it. There's no better time than this. People always talk, people criticize you, but eventually it's about the money and what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Make sure you leave an impact and leave legacy in this country.
Thank you so much. I'm inspired. Well, for now, we take a short break. To join us on the other side.
Africa is rising to a new dawn of integrity and accountability. Are you tired of being swindled or buying fake or illegal properties? Would you like to sell or buy genuine property? Would you like to list your property on both local and international market? Don't waste your time. Call the professionals, the SGK Properties, on +260 762 166 018. SGK Properties. Your business assurance is our priority.
Are you a small to medium enterprise looking to advertise your products and services within your community and across Zambia? In these economic times, we're here to help you grow your business. Advertise with us on Camnet Market. Camnet Market is offering lower rates for prime time advertising between 06 to 18 hours every day to give your business an edge under the new normal and beyond. For more details, contact us on the following numbers: 097 975 3010 or 096 296 5883, as well as 096 244 726. You can also reach us via email on info@camnettvafrica.com. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
You are watching a live broadcast of the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show right here on Camnet TV, not just another channel. Unfortunately, I am here to say my goodbyes and just a word of advice to all our citizens watching and even people in the diaspora. If you have an opportunity to fly back in the country, and make sure that you are here before the 12th or on the 12th of August, but just to be safe, before the 12th of August. If you have an opportunity, you have the capacity to travel back to the country to cast your vote, assuming that you're already registered as a voter and you verified your information, please make sure that on the 12th of August, we turn up in numbers and vote for our preferred candidate. The power lies in the hands of the people. So from the entire news, I'm used to reading the news, pardon me. On behalf of the entire production crew here at Camnet TV, that's Isaac Chifita and Elijah Chifita and myself, Liseli Kanyanga Muvanga. Thank you so much for making time to be with us on the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. Goodbye and God bless.